Good morning. Let me introduce myself. My name is Lieutenant Daniels. I fly with the 99th Squadron of the 332nd Fighter Group. The other flyboys call me Jack. Now, I've only got a short time to tell you what I need to tell you, so let's begin. Does anyone here know what a dogfight is? Exactly. A fight between fighter planes. Now, does anyone know why we call them dogfights? Any guesses? That can happen. Good pilots don't crash. Now, why we call them a dogfight is because they're a knockdown, drag-out fight to the finish, just like when animals tear each other apart. Now, my group just got back from a very, very terrible dogfight. You want to hear about it? All right. It started as a routine mission. We were assigned to escort a group of B-17 bombers deep into German territory to blow up a munitions factory. All of us got into our Mustangs and fired up the engines. And I don't know about the rest of the flyboys, but when I get in my plane, I can't help but get a little flutter in my stomach. That beautiful aluminum machine with that bright red tail. That's what we call ourselves, the Red Tails. And now, we line up down the runway, and all 64 of us take off in the sky and get into formation. About an hour into the flight, our flight leader has some engine trouble, has to go back. That leaves me, for the first time, to lead the squadron to the rendezvous point and through the mission. We get to about 10 minutes out of from the rendezvous point, and that's when I spot them. A bunch of black dots over there on the horizon. Any guesses as to what those black dots are? Yes, what kind of planes?
German planes.
Exactly, German fighters. Now, we've got a name for German fighters up in the sky, or any enemy fighters. Any guesses what that is? Oh, we call them bogies. Any guesses as to why we call them bogies? Y'all kids have heard of the bogeyman, right? Mm-hmm. German fighters are just like the boogeyman. Pop up out of nowhere, they're scary. You don't know exactly what they're going to do, but you know it's going to be bad. So, we call them bogies. I see all the German fighters flying 2 o'clock low, so I call them out. Germans 2 o'clock low. Now they're flying Messerschmitt B-105s. They go about 350 miles per hour. How fast do you think our Mustangs go? Oh no, we go faster than the Germans. 450 miles per hour. Now when we spot them, the first visible sight is about 40 miles out. How long do you think it takes at those speeds for us to be on top of each other and fighting?
5 seconds.
Little bit longer than that. Tiniest bit longer than that. 10 seconds. 10 seconds is all the time you have between when you see the enemy to start the fight. You don't have time to think. You have to let your training and your intuition kick in. So, 10 seconds pass and the fighters are on us. I spot one breaking away from their formation at about 9 o'clock low. I swoop down in behind him, fire up my machine guns, and at first, it looks like I missed every shot. And then, a flash of red comes up from his right engine. And a half second later, his entire plane explodes. I have to swoop down just to avoid the shrapnel from tearing into my plane. But I can't enjoy that victory just yet. I need to find another enemy fighter as quickly as I can. And all on the radio, there's chatter going on. Jack, there's one on your 6. Birdman, there's one on your 3. Watch out, bogey's flying low. You've got to clear it all from your mind and keep track of every enemy you possibly can. Now, how long do you think a dogfight between 63, 64 planes in the sky might last?
An hour and a half.
Oh, much less time than that. Much less.
30 minutes.
Even less. We're talking a matter of seconds. 20. 20 seconds is about how long a full squad-on-squad dogfight lasts. And at the end of ours, about 10 German planes were away and the rest were downed. Another victory for the Red Tails. Can you guess how many men the Red Tails lost in that mission? What'd you say?
0.
You are exactly right. The Red Tails did not lose a single man. And the B-17s were able to finish their mission. And now, that was a flight mission that a lot of us in the 99th Squadron, we didn't think we'd ever get to do. Does anyone have a guess what particular thing about my squadron made us think that we would not ever get to fly a mission? Any ideas? No. There were lots and lots of other men to pick from. And there's one specific thing about us, yes. Exactly. We were an entire squadron of African-American pilots. Now, there are a lot of people that used to think that we weren't strong enough, we weren't smart enough, we weren't fast enough to be able to fly fighter planes. But every successful mission the Red Tails fly proves them wrong. And there are a lot of people that ask why in the world I would fight a war for a country full of people that think that I'm not as good as the rest of them. But we don't fight for that. We fight for a specific line in the Declaration of Independence, that all men and women are created equal. That's what we're fighting for, to show, to prove that everyone is equal. And that's my story.